Hello. Main agenda of this video is to show simulation of half-bridge inverter in Matlab Simulink. So, as we know, half-bridge inverter have three lines supply, which is like this. One, this line, two, upper, and this. So we can show that uh, inverter is being half wave. Half-bridge inverter is being divided into upper and lower portion. So this voltage has a supply of Vs by 2. So which is 10. I have taken 10 Vs by 2, and here the Vs is Vs by 2. So we have the total input voltage of 20 volt, and which is divided by 10 volt and 10 volt. And here I have used IGBTs as the switches, which is being uh, used as by default configuration of Matlab Simulink. So, and these are the diodes with default configuration of Matlab Simulink. So here we have used the load resistance of 1 ohm. So this resistance, as we know, it doesn't waveform does not depend on the resistance in case of bridge rectifiers, single phase bridge rectifier. The only matter is that the waveform will be different if we use RL or RLC load. They will not be as input voltages. We will see that in scope later on when we will simulate our file. So now the main topic of any power electronics is switch mode power converter is the pulse generator. So this pulse generator, I have taken the frequency of 50 kilohertz, 50 kilohertz frequency and 50 pulse width. So main agenda, that in inverter mode, we should connect switches in three branches only. And this pulse generator has a period of that only 2 e raised to the power minus 5, that is 50 kilohertz frequency and 50% pulse width, and which will be having 1 e raised to the power minus 5 as phase delay. That means this switch will conduct after 1 e raised to the power minus 5 seconds for 50% duration, that is up to 2 e raised to the power minus 5 seconds, and it will be continued. There is one more problem in single phase bridge inverter, that if they both will not be operated in simultaneously, then it might short circuit in reality, in practical. So this first scope is to measure this, which I have given 10 volts. Second scope wire is for lower, that is again 10 volt, and third scope axis will be output voltage, and fourth scope axis will be current measurement of the output current. Here I have used go to and from tags for measuring the measurements of various semiconductor devices. And power GUI block, if you are using sim power system, then you need to have this block. Now if you will simulate it, so here are the output scope of our, which we have obtained on completion of, what it shows. Yeah, here is our output and input voltage. So we gave 10 plus 10 20 volt input, and we get Vs by 2 as our output, and current also from minus 10 to 10. So this is our required output waveforms and input waveforms of single phase bridge inverter. And if we look upon measurements of power semiconductor devices, yeah. So here this blue waveform is of voltage and this is of current. So these are two MOSFETs and two diodes measurements. Thank you friends and keep watching my videos.